Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, back with practice number 3. So we're almost to the end of our squares anyways, and I just really wanted to do some practices on camera and add them to my magazine journal. I kind of am enjoying it. I'm finding that some of the patterns that I'm researching are a little bit beyond my realm. I don't know if it's just because I'm older, my mind doesn't work like that, so I have to look for kind of easier patterns for me. I enjoy them, but they are a little bit more simplistic. So if you're out on your own journey, don't be afraid to delve into something a little more difficult. Okay, so the first one that we're going to do, let me see if I can get a card here with a name on it. I actually tried this one already on my, where do I have it? Oh, I've been kind of doing it on book pages, the different designs that I have practiced. Anyways, this is the one we're going to do first. This right here. So it's called A-frame, and it's by Angie Giddles, I think is how they pronounce her name. Let me see, am I in camera? So it's called A-frame, and you'll see why in just a second. So what she does first is she divides her, let me make sure I'm on camera here. Yeah, she divides her square into quarters. Okay, and then you make an A in each quarter, going from corner to the center top like this. And when I practiced it on the book page, I found that my lines going across the middle weren't in the same place, so some of them kind of look wonky. So I'm going to work a little bit at trying to get those more the same. Maybe I'll do it this way, and then draw more of a continuous line like that. I don't know. Anyway, so you start with your A's, and then you actually make, I don't know if this is going to be on camera. I'm going to turn it around so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm actually making lines here. I'm hoping, I ordered some tips for my Copic multi-liners and fresh ink, and I think that in the future I may use those, and I won't get these, I don't know if you can see them, these like where I end, it's a little heavy right here on the edge. So I'm hoping maybe that'll take care of that. Sometimes that looks okay if you're going to kind of round those off and fill it in. But, or maybe I'll make that my style, to have a little round lump at the end of every line. I don't know. Anyways. So we do this on all these sides. I have magnifiers, and at just the right distance away, everything gets blurry, and you can see I didn't make a very good line there. But as I get closer, like this way, I need them to be able to be clear. Okay. So basically, we've got the left side of our A's done. And now we want to do the right sides. So I think I can do that this way and still stay in camera. And that's another thing, is I'm finding that if I meet up these lines, then it seems more uniform, but I don't know that you have to do that where they meet. I need to get straighter. My hands are a little shaky when I do, you know, close, tight work, so I don't know. I don't know if that's my age or what. I suppose I could use a ruler, but oh my gosh, that would take forever, huh? This pattern in particular is one I really enjoy. It's kind of more like a doodle, sort of. A couple years ago, I did 100 days of art, or whatever that was, and you did art every day for 100 days, and I did these little, I think the cards were 3.5 by 3.5, and I did little mandala type things. I started with a circle, and then I just made my own doodling designs in there, and then colored them with Copics. It was something that you could do in, you know, about 40 minutes every morning. Oh, so now I'm adding the lines going across here. But it was something I could do every morning with my coffee for about 40 minutes, and it was just fun. It also, when you do art every day, I think it inspires you, motivates you to do more art. When you take time off from your art, even if it's just something as simple as a coloring page, a doodle, I think it's harder to get back into the practice. And the problem is, I love doing it, but I know that if I take any time away, I always have great intentions because I love it to get, you know, to do something, and it's hard to start it. So I like to do something every day. I wouldn't say creative because I don't write. I am very limited musically. I took guitar lessons when I was in 7th grade for 1 year. So I know my way around a guitar, but I can't play anything. And I did buy a keyboard quite a few years back, a full-size keyboard, thinking that I would learn to play because as an adult, I got a piano and I was teaching myself. But I just haven't had the time to do that. So I wouldn't say I'm creative in every aspect. I just really love to do art. Put pencil to paper, pen to paper, paint to paper, that type of thing. Okay, so this is it. And then we can shade these. So if we shade the edges, like right here. Oh, you know what I said I did find, and let me find it. I put it away. I have, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I found this in a package of charcoal, like a blender, and I was gonna see how that works. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Okay, so I see I don't have to put a lot of charcoal on there to blend it out into a shadow. So let's see, just a small amount. Oh, I like it. Look at that. Okay, let's do that on all 4 of these. I'm just going to put like a line of charcoal here. That's of those dots that where my pen ended, kind of make a shadow. Oh, I really like this a lot. It's funny how the shadows give it really a lot of depth. Also, I'm trying to get used to not having fingernails. A couple of my nails broke quite low, and then another one broke, and so I ended up trimming them all down. And it's, you know, you get used to using pencils or pens in a certain way, and it's hard to relearn it. Okay, so that is, am I still on camera? That is a frame, and I love it. So what's the next one we want to do? Let's do, I saw one called, let me go with this. It's called, it's kind of a hard one for me, so it's called ZAZU. Zazu. I don't know. Okay. And it is by Cindy Knapp. Whoops. Okay, by Cindy Knapp. So the first thing she does is she makes a kind of a string. Think of how, if you go maybe down like this, out like this, down like this, and then into the corner. Okay, and then the next step is to make these like little moon things in the curves. So where this is a full curve, we're going to end up, let's do these first. So you would come in here and do a very skinny kind of moon shape that's solid like that, mimicking the edge, and we'll make one here. Again, my pen is making this round thing and it's touching the line, and I don't think hers touched the lines. So let's make one here. Excuse me if I have to turn the paper. I'm hoping that that makes it so that you can see it better. And then these would be like half ones, like right here, that kind of go, you know, as if it continued. Like this. And maybe like that. So that would be like step 2. Then the next step is to run dots in between the points of each. So here's this point here, and then there's this point. So she did dots like that. And obviously we would go this way as if we were meeting one up here. Maybe I'll make this this kind of a little longer. There we go. And like that. I'm gonna make this one just a little, okay, and then Hope you can see these. Like this. Like that. And I'm sure if I did these more, as I practice this, the sizes will be more uniform. Therefore, I'd probably have the same amount of dots in between. Like maybe 5 instead of 4, whatever. But it would be 5, 5, 5, 5. I don't know. And then underneath or on top of the curves, she makes circles. And the center circle is right at the arch. Let me see how I can show this to you. It's kind of a bigger circle like this. And then on either side, it's a smaller circle and a smaller circle like this. So this one would be our big circle. And then a small circle and a small circle. Okay. And then here we would have, I hope I'm still on camera. Here we would have our big circle, and then we'd have a small circle and a small circle. And then that one's that way. So we have our big circle and a small circle that goes off there. And this one would just be the small circle because we can't see where the big circle would be. So then it looks like this. And then the last step pretty much is you can color in these circles and leave a little spot. So what I'm going to do is and you can vary, do variations. I'm going to actually make a small circle inside and then color around it like this. Because I think that if I just tried to fill it in and leave a white spot, I would not do that. I would end up filling it in. So like this. And do the same with this one. And then I'm going to kind of make this one a little bigger and fill it in. Oh, I like it. Now, if you can imagine the little circles on the sides, she has little tiny white dots in there as well. Please, people. So maybe what I'll do is just maybe thicken those up a little so that it looks like there's a small dot like that. I think that'll work. I'm not really sure how she did it. I just kind of found a picture of it. Well, not bad. Okay, so that one is called Zazu. I like it. So we got two really cool designs. Okay, this one, the next one we're going to do, I'm going to flip my paper around. Let's get a new card. This one, I don't know how well I'm going to do with this because this looks just a little difficult for me. But it's called, let me see if this other one's any easier first. Okay. We're going to see if we can do this. This one is by, let's see, it's called HUA. and it's by D.A. I think it's M.Y. Dami. I don't know if that is Chinese, Japanese, Korean. I'm not sure. I don't know much about the Asian languages. Wish I did, because it's beautiful, but I don't. Okay, so this one, again, this is a little difficult for me, so let's see. So we're going to make a line here, and then a line here. Oh, this makes me nervous. Okay, so we're going to make a straight line across, like right here, and then a scroll, like that. I hope I can get my scrolls all the same size. And then let's do one down here. And then one in the middle. I'm just trying to kind of even them out a little bit. Okay? Now we have to do opposite sides. So now we're going to run one that goes like this. Okay, and one that goes like this. And I guess we could do one that goes like this because we got the space right here. Okay. Then the next step is we want to curve the ends of our lines out. So like this line here, if we go from, say, the middle out to here, and we can start the same and do this. And if we fill that in, again, this is practice. This is the first time I've done these, so I can only show you, you know, the basics of what I saw when I did my research. I don't, you know, it's going to take a lot of practice. I mean, obviously people who are Zentanglers do this a lot. And then I'm having trouble with my pen sticking out of the line. So where I end it, it leaves like a ball of ink. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, now this one, we have to kind of, let me make a pencil mark, just so. We have to make an assumption that this line's going to go up here. Okay, so with that in mind, if I'm going to bring this way, it's going to actually just go a little tiny bit right here, because it would actually continue out beyond. Okay, and I think what I saw, now that I'm looking at this, I'm thinking that hers were more full, so it actually kind of goes from the middle here to the middle there. So from the middle here to the middle of the line, and that makes them more full, and it kind of brings the two designs more together. So if here's the middle and I bring it up, see how much wider that makes this bottom? Like this. And again, if we have the middle here to there, it's a much more full bottom. Okay. And let's do this one. I guess this wasn't quite as hard. Let's go to the middle, so that's about there. This wasn't quite as hard as I thought, but they are getting more difficult because I was looking for easy ones. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And if we like made another design, we would probably make a line here like that, and then make another line like that, kind of like that, and then we would start again. And we could actually just mimic this line and make our this. I hope this is like that. And oh, I did it the wrong way. Ha! Okay, live and learn. So we would make a different design out of that one. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, so again, we'd go from about half to about half and make a wide bottom. This is wrong, so I just kind of made a little doodle in there because I did it upside down, trying to add it in here to here. And this one, we want from half to half. And this one from half to half. So it's going to be just a little bit that shows. And so if we go like this and we cover this part up, look at that. Anyways, kind of nice. Let's just make some little doodles in there. Okay. Okay, so minus the error, that is this design here. And I kind of like that, but again, did you notice how I did it backwards? So my mind doesn't work like that. Okay. And then the last one, I don't know if this is gonna, I watched a couple of different designs on this, and it was a little wonky for me, but it's called, let's see, this one is called I don't even know how to pronounce it, Guirlande, G-U-R-A-N-D-E. Guirlande, I don't know. Anyway, so that's the one that we're going to do in this square right here. Okay. Okay. So you start with these little circles. So let's start with 1, 2, and maybe 1 over here, 3. Okay. Then you take and you make this kind of leaf thing from one side of it. I don't know how to explain how it works. Let's see. So I tend to want to go this way first. So let's, from the side of this, to the side of this, and then back to there, like that. Then this one, of course, if we stay on the right side of this top circle, we're going to go like this and like this. So we've got something that kind of resembles this. And then we're going to make kind of like leaf or design inside. Okay, so then we have this. Okay, so then we have we want to make these kind of like flower things, so it goes from big to medium to small. So it would be like big to medium to small, like that. And therefore this one would be big to medium to small. This one would be big to medium to small, kind of like that. Then you can do it from down here. We would do big, medium, small. And then we're going to color these in and leave a speck. So you know me, I can't do specks. So we're going to draw a little circle and then go around that. We'll do the same with this one. We'll draw a little circle and we will go around it. This one I can see where I'd have to really practice on the size of these things. I'm not really sure if they're like kind of a floral, if they should be longer. Like I kind of like this shape. I don't know. I guess I'll have to practice that. Maybe look a little bit more and see how she actually does it, draws it. I just looked at patterns and where they came from. But it looks like these need to be longer. But anyways, so that's our 4 patterns for today. So I'm going to write their names on the back. This one here is, because when I put them in my magazine book, Guirlande, this one is, here is who, this one here is HUA. And then obviously this is A-frame. And this one then would be Zazu. Z-A-Z-U. So I can put the names on them in my book. So I did go ahead and paint this color. I don't know if you can really see that. I'm so close here. And I wanted to go ahead and cut these out. And I need to erase this line here. I want to erase any lines that are going to show when I cut them out. But what do you think of this kind of salmon color? I did a kind of a beigey brown and I didn't like it. So I ended up changing it to the salmon or corally color. And I'm not sure if I like it, but I think it'll be fine. so we're going to cut these out. I cut just a small edge on them. I got this little basket. Look how cute this is, from Keisha's Creation. She does a live show a few times a month, and they have crafters that she sells for, and one of the girls, Angie, makes these I think it was Angie makes these baskets. They're very affordable, and I had seen other crafters use a basket of similar to this to catch their little scraps and bits in, and then you can just empty it into the trash when you're done. Because when I get scraps on the table, I'm forever picking them up, putting them in my trash can, and it does take a lot of time away from what you're doing. So this basket works out really nice. So see, then when you're done crafting, you just take this and empty it into your trash. Voila! Thank you, Angie. Now, I did notice that on the first page I did, the red one, where is that? The red one, I rounded the corners here. But then on the blue one, I forgot to round the corners. So I rounded these corners, but I forgot to do those. But I like the rounded corners, so that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to go ahead and use the quarter inch rounder, and I'm going to go ahead and round these corners. And it's funny that they don't look perfectly round because my lines are kind of wonky. But I think they'll be fine. And I am just holding it over the basket because I don't know if the head of my corner rounder is full or not. So just holding it up there in case it spills over. Oh my gosh, do you love this design? I love it with the shading. I can see where I could shade on some of these other ones too. Okay, so the first one we did was the A, and the second one we did was this one, I think. Yes, I think. Anyways, so we could put that there. Or did we do the one with the mistake? It doesn't matter really. There, or maybe we'll do these side by side. Maybe do up like this, kind of. I want to put something back there, and I was thinking of I used, on the other one, I used some paper that I had created for pages, and I doodled in there, and I kind of liked it. But I don't want them to be the same. So I wonder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonder if I could just put something like this behind it. I'm just cutting this piece in half like this. Okay, so this one I'd have to cut the bottom here off. Wow, I have like a tickle in my throat. I don't know what's going on here. so I could put the names in the direction that these are pointing, like this. I think I like it like that. What do you think? All right, so on this side we want something that will tie in but a little bit different. But we could do something like that, and that way they all tie in. I like it. Okay, what I need to do though is doodle in these. So I get some tangle or doodle, and I think I'm going to I'm going to try something. So I'm going to move this out of the way and maybe try this one. I will just this under paper I put down, and this is where I was testing all my Copic multi-liners to see which ones worked and which ones didn't. Okay, and then let's do maybe some wisps in there. Okay, let's bring this. I'm not going to worry about this side right now, so let's see if we, oh, I like it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that one looks good. Now this one, I'm thinking that I kind of like the idea of a big circle with dots going all the way around it. Like that, and leaving a circle, which is part of one of the tangles that we did. So let's try that all the way around. Let's do a circle. see. Oh, I think that looks great. So it just adds a little something, right? Okay, so for this one, however, we cover 3 there, 3 here, we're off the paper, so we only want 4 in between. So I'm going to cut this a little bit just so that they're more even for me to tell what I'm doing. Okay? So that way I know that I want the 4 centers. Okay, so I'm going to move us out of the way. And if I don't like this when I put it on, I can do something different because I have a lot of the leftover of this paper. I did a black and white journal with gold trim, so there was no color in it except black, white, and gold. And I had to create some papers that were just black, white, and gold. I'm going to outline this dark. You know, I think I want to hold it on there and decide if I want to color any of those in. So let's do this. Okay, let's see. And we're in frame, I think. So we were going to cover up 3 of them. And 3 of these, like this. I don't know. I don't think we need to color them in. I think they'll be fine. Okay, so we're ready to glue them in. So I'll go ahead and glue them in, and then I will be back and we can write the names on them. Okay, well, I learned, thought I learned from Dee Dee things that are water soluble and what's going to run if it's not dry and all that. Evidently, I didn't pay close attention in class because a lot of these, when I was putting the gel medium on, they ran. And I don't know if that's the fact that I used this Sharpie roller pen, or I just didn't dry it. I'm going to have to do some practice with that. But anyway, so there's some places where it ran. I think it did it on my other pages as well. But again, this is just practice. So what I'm most concerned about really is the designs. So that I have them in here and I can flip through and practice some or whatever. So now I did notice that I made this little, I lifted up some paint here and I don't want to repaint it. So I'm thinking that if we make a leaf right here and a leaf right here, we can just cover that right up. Then I'm going to dry that real quick. Then we will just put some little dots around there like that. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Covered it right up. Okay, so what I was doing when I wrote the names, I hope I can remember these, is I wrote the names. I'm going to start with this side over here. I wrote the names. Okay, it looks like my camera was off when I'm not sure where it stopped. I'll have to look back and see where it stopped, but I just wanted to, I'm not sure what I picked up, so I'll edit this and put in what I can. But anyways, I wanted to show you the finished pages. So this is our first page, and it's a spread, see, but I don't think you can see up that close. It is a spread, and this is the left side, and this is our A-frame Zentangle. This is our Zazu, and I just added some design in here. And then on this side, this is our second side with our other two Zentangles in it. This is Hua, and Guirlande. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And I added some decorations here. And I think in the last part of the video I explained that when I put the gel, the matte medium, the golden matte medium on, it ran some of my ink. And so what I don't know yet, if it's the pen and that it reacts to the wet, or if the pen just needs to dry and I didn't wait long enough. I'm not sure. But I will figure that out so in the future I don't do that again. But anyways, I'm very happy with the pages. Like I said, I'm going to make probably add some background to these corners or something, and I've been posting them on Instagram, so I will do that as well. Thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe if you can. I'd really appreciate it. And have a great day. See you next video. Bye.